Hey everybody, it's Mike here from The Art of Guitar. A while ago I put out a video about a memorization technique that has helped me memorize lyrics, stories, poems, a whole bunch of stuff over the years. And the more I used that technique, the more I was able to work that muscle, whatever that is, and I was able to start to memorize other things like chord progressions, solos, leads, licks, all that kind of stuff too. And I thought about how priceless this technique really is for, musicians like myself, because I love memorizing things. On stage I don't like to look at a lyric sheet. So there were times when I'd play 3 set shows, so it's like a 3-hour night basically, and I had all the lyrics up here. So it made the night a lot more fun because I wasn't staring at a piece of paper or a screen the whole time. And I thought it would be fun to make this video to prove that this technique works. So instead of like playing a whole night's worth of songs for you to prove it, I'm just going to choose a song that's really, really difficult to memorize lyric-wise and just recite all the words for you. And the song is We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. I was going to make this video a few weeks ago, but then the LA fire started and I'm just like, oh, this is bad timing. So I waited a couple weeks. Anyhow, this song came out in '89 and it was the smash hit. It was all over the radio. It was on MTV. And even to this day, I'll still hear it in like commercials once in a while. It was so popular, in fact, that our history teacher actually used it to teach an entire lesson. So he would take each person or event in the song and he'd break it down and tell us what it really meant or why it was significant at the time. And my friend just told me that they're all in chronological order as far as when they took place in history. So I thought that was kind of an interesting side note. So I used the technique to memorize all of these words. By the way, I'm going to link that video where I teach the technique underneath this video in the description area. So I got to tell you, it took about a day to get the storyline right in my head, to get all of the lyrics down. By the way, there's more than 500 lyrics in this tune, if you count all of them, even the chorus words. And then in the next week, every time I took a shower, I just went through the entire list and I sang it, even though for this video, I'm not going to be singing it or playing the music or anything like that because of copyright. I'm actually going to blindfold myself so that you guys know I'm not reading it off of, a teleprompter or an iPad or anything like that. And let's just see how it goes. I don't have a blindfold, so I'm just going to throw a black t-shirt over my face. Here we go. Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnnie Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn, Monroe, Rosenbergs, H-Bomb, Sugar Ray, Panmunjom, Brando, The King and I, and The Catcher in the Rye, Eisenhower vaccine, England's got a new queen, Marciano, Liberace, Santayana, goodbye. Then the first chorus, we didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no, we didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. Next verse, Joseph, Stalin, Malenkov, Nasser, and Prokofiev, Rockefeller, Campanella, Communist Bloc, Roy Cohn, Juan, Peron, Toscanini, Dacron, Dien, Foo Falls, Rock Around the Clock. Einstein, James Dean, Brooklyn's Got a Winning Team, Davy Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland, Bardo, Budapest, Alabama, Khrushchev, Princess Grace, Peyton Place, Trouble in the Suez. Then another chorus. Then there's kind of a bridge. Little Rock, Pasternak, Mickey Mantle, Kerouac, Sputnik, Joe and Lai, Bridge on the River Kwai, Lebanon, Charles de Gaulle, California Baseball, Starkweather, Homicide, Children of Thalidomide, Buddy Holly, Ben-Hur, Space Monkey Mafia, Hula Hoops, Castro, Edsel is a No-Go, U2, Sigmund Rhee, Payola and Kennedy, Chubby Checker, Psycho, Belgians in the Congo. Hemingway, Eichmann, Stranger in a Strange Land, Dylan, Berlin, Bay of Pigs Invasion, Lawrence of Arabia, British Beatlemania, Ole Miss, John Glenn, Liston Beats Patterson, Pope Paul, Malcolm X, British Politician, Sex, JFK, Blown Away. What else do I have to say? He does have more to say, because then it's Birth Control, Ho Chi Minh, Richard Nixon Back Again, Moonshot, Woodstock, Watergate, Punk Rock, Big and Reagan, Palestine, Terror on the Airline, Ayatollahs on Iran, Russians in Afghanistan, Wheel of Fortune, Sally Ride, Heavy Metal, Suicide, Foreign Debts, Homeless Vets, AIDS Crack, Bernie Getz, Hypodermics on the Shore, China's Under Martial Law, Rock and Roll Cola Wars, I Can't Take It Anymore. And then that modified chorus goes, we didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, and when we are gone, it will still burn on and on and on and on and on. So I think I did it. All right, another big reason I wanted to do this video is to prove to any singers out there who are afraid to memorize lyrics that if I could do a song like this, Think about memorizing like the lyrics to Dead Flowers by the Stones or something. It's going to be way easier. So I wanted to set the bar high to show you that, in about a week's time, I was able to get all the lyrics to this song down. So, if you start slow and you don't jump to a song like this right away, but start with like Dead Flowers or something with, a repetitive kind of thing happening for the chorus, it's going to help you memorize a lot easier. Start there. And then move to maybe 2 songs that you memorize and just keep building that muscle. And pretty soon you're going to see that it helps everything as far as memorizing goes in your life. I think my next mission is to memorize all the lyrics to REM's It's the End of the World as We Know It, because there was a time when they played that song so much. In fact, when a radio station was going to change to another format, they played that song, I think, for 2 days in a row. And so people that I knew started trying to memorize parts of it. So I always made it a goal to want to do that, and I think I'm finally going to do that. Just for fun this time, though. And who knows, maybe at a show someday somebody will request it, and it'll be up here, hopefully. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you at the next video. I have a lot planned for this week, so keep an eye out for those. Okay, see ya. Bye. Ooh, I missed.